speaking to the man who gave the most popular class at Harvard, Ben-Shahar, and told me that we think, and most of psychology and really today, we think that reality is mostly from the neck up. But the truth is it's so much from the neck down. And maybe more portion-wise. There's more from the neck down. I'm going to share a little bit of my story of becoming Miss Fitness Israel 2011 and the excitement and thoughts about going to compete in Miss Fitness Universe. I realize I've been meeting so many people at the gym and they all ask me, are you doing something about working out? And I figured it's part of my life, so why not share that?
בוא נתחיל מזה שקודם כל, בהצלחה לכולכם. This is very good. Mama got the body on her slim waist, that apple bottom, she got it look good all in my face. I like when they lose, abuse, PJ. She bring it back, around and give it the stacks. I gotta give her the cash. What she do with the ask me if I think she's fine. Damn right, I'm about to lose my mind. Seems like Lord, I make that body wine grind. I wanna press rewind, I give it to me one time, give it to me. Go round, I'm up and I like when the breeze. See those with the flow with the G. Baby, DJ LAB. Shake, shake, now drop. What your daddy said. Move, shake, shake, now drop. What your sister said. Hey, Laz, I got you, homie. Girl, you look about baby, I ain't playing around. Do your thing, girl. Work your skills on my lap. Just turn around, let me smack, 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 smack. Shake, shake, now drop. See, I want everybody in the club to get crunk. I want everybody in the club to get crunk with. See, and I want everybody in the club to get crunk with. See, and I want everybody in the club to get crunk. I got ones, fives, tens, 20s. I got them 50s, got them hundreds, baby. I got plenty. I wanna see you work. Go get it, till you get that sweaty. I wanna hit it from you. Come back, I wanna show like it. If you live with me, no business.
So this episode we're going to be talking about motivation, about self-esteem, about food, and about working out. And, ooh, I already hit record. Okay. I'll zoom out. Hello.
Good morning.
So, we're dedicating the rollerblading. Well, Ty, first of all, you gotta say this is okay to be on TV.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And introduction, this is my best friend Ty. And we're going rollerblading.
Yep. And we'd like to dedicate the ride to all the people that we want to see fly in this world, to succeed, to conquer, to feel blessed.
Amen. It's after we heard the song, I came to win, to fly. Oh, I like it.
All right.
And you guys out there going rollerblading when it's cold, wear gloves.
That's right.
Another barrier to exercising regularly, and this is an interesting one and often overlooked but extremely powerful, and that is the subconscious barrier. Nathaniel Brandon talks about this, and I talk about it a little bit in my book, quoting him. He talks about self-esteem, and part of self-esteem is the notion that we are worthy of happiness. The notion of being worthy of happiness. And when you ask people, are you worthy of happiness? Most people will say yes. But if you ask the subconscious, very often for many people, it's no. Whether it's because of the voices that we heard in the past, from teachers, educators, parents, significant adults, society at large, by comparing us to unrealistic models. But very often we have this voice, the subconscious level, that we're not really worthy of happiness. And that is a barrier that stops us from becoming happier.
So back to my story. As a little kid, I was really shy. I was adopted to a family that my father is American, or Jewish American, but originated in Poland and Russia, you know, white. And all my cousins on my dad's side, which were the side that we used to hang out with more, were lighter. And as a little kid, I always felt different. That made me even feel like more rejected. And you know, when you're shy, people really shy away from you because they think like you're a snob or something. Most people that are snobs is because they're unconfident and they kind of give that, you know, distance feeling because they're insecure. And we feel like, oh my gosh, they're distancing me because they're so cool. Now as a grown-up, I speak to all these people that I used to be so shy from as a kid, and I hear from them that it was really them, you know, feeling insecure. Why is it important to you?
Well, I think it's the first thing you notice. So physically, if someone, you know, walks up to you and you're looking at them, you see what they look like, you see their smile. I think what's important about it is the uniqueness. I think that, you know, somebody has a freckle that's not, you know, where everybody else has it, or a dimple, or, you know, green eyes when they should normally have brown eyes. It's just, it makes them, yeah. So, yeah, it's about being different and unique because it makes you stand out.
This one was like, you chose to wear this really cool hat. It's like unique. Why did you choose like?
Because I didn't shower today.
Really? It's so funny because like from us, like we were walking around and we were like, oh, these look like really like cool, hip, like, you know, nice dressing girls.
So I
like,
don't want the appearance for
Yeah.
We're nice, but I don't know about cool.
all right, last one.
Not embarrassed. What helps you get over the embarrassment? Like,
I just force myself to take the first step. I know I might fail. I know I might not make the first step, but I just like push myself. Like,
but don't you feel embarrassed of like how people are going to perceive you and what happens if like? Don't you just feel embarrassed to like for people to know all that intimate stuff about you?
well, at first of all, I'll do it for myself, but then it kind of builds my strength of saying, I'm strong enough to show everyone this is what I'm dealing with. To show everyone that I'm human. And to show people that, what they're going through might not be as crazy or... I don't know, you should try it. You should just try it. Try it and let me know how you feel.
That's really what...
תודה רבה לשלהבית, מגיע למחיאות כפיים. אני רוצה להזמין נציג מלון דליה אילת להניח.
Now, one of the things that we know with exercise is that it's one of the, if not the most powerful drug for making us happier. Now, I know that exercise makes me happier, it makes me feel good, but if my subconscious thinks that I'm unworthy of these feelings, unworthy of being happy, it may, in fact, stop me from exercising. Why? Because remember, the mind doesn't like when there is an inconsistency between what's inside and what's outside. And if what's inside is saying, shouldn't be happy, then I try to match it with what's inside. And then I don't exercise. Because if I do exercise, then there will be a disconnect. I will be happier than I think I'm worthy of.
Sure.
So I was telling her, so we're talking about my emotions and like how I feel stronger, and one of the ways is like something that Casey taught me, but it's really hard for me. It's like giving compliments to myself.
Yeah.
It's really hard. He does it all the time. He stands in front of the mirror and he's like, oh, I'm so handsome.
Yeah.
So good looking.
That's good. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah. I feel uncomfortable because of people behind me. Maybe we could park in the...
He's moving, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, for someone who already knows how to love other people really well, and like treat other people well, so that person needs to learn to like do unto themselves as they do to others, Like, use your best voice, your kindest voice, and your sweetest voice.
Huh. Should do that. Give myself hugs.
Like sometimes
I'm really
like
bad in parking.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm fantastic. But you want me to ask this? Yeah. See there, I just said something nice about myself. See, when you know what you are, like then you get in the
I'll
park.
just climb over here.
No, I haven't driven a car in months.
Back to my story. As a kid, I was a hardcore introvert. I felt like I was the only dark. Oh, my mom's side is Moroccan, therefore is the darker skin. And as a little kid, I felt like I was a different one. I was a dark one. I was very insecure. I was really, really shy. I was the last one to be chosen in the games. I was, put aside, kind of. It gave me a lot of time to think. And I really believe that reality shaped us in exactly in the way that we need to be. So this is how reality shaped me. Reality shaped me as an insecure introvert that was very, very thoughtful. I had a lot of time to think because I was so shy. And after thinking and thinking and thinking, I got to all these understandings and realizations, which, that's where the fitness originated and being pretty originated. Everyone could be pretty. You just work on yourself. It's just a design. I'm an artist, so I designed my eyebrows, the way I put my hair. It's my art, the way I do my makeup. So I hear so many girls talking about how they don't like that. Oh, I don't call it this muscle. Like how like in pictures it makes them looks like really big. And it's funny, like when you model, you learn to have your neck always down and your hand always out. So it looks thin. You just learn to pose. But everyone has like kind of like wide areas. I find you have to work out, also there. This stretches that part.
a lot of research on this. For example, by a psychologist by the name of Swan, who talks about self-confirmation theory, which is a very powerful force within us. There is a self-enhancement that we want to appear good in other people's eyes, in our eyes, but there is a counter force, which is self-confirmation, where we want to confirm whatever we think about ourselves. And if we think not worthy of happiness, we'll very often not do things that actually will make us happy. We see it in other areas, in relationships, for example. If I think I'm unworthy of a wonderful partner, of being happy in a relationship, very often I will inadvertently, working here, jeopardize the relationship and look for things that are not working. Actively, subconsciously, look for ways of hurting the relationship.
Big dude.
Yeah, so, so then I said, I'm starting to do that. I've been starting to do that recently. And, trying to give myself more compliments. And, it's really, really, giving myself a compliment, next to someone else. It's really, really hard. And what happens is I give a compliment, and then I explain it. I'm so the one thing I'm really,
Hey, dude. Sorry.
I said she's like, one thing that I'm I know I'm really smart, and then I'm but that's just because I thought so much all my life. I'm a thinker, and I always thought, sometimes I think too much, and it's not necessarily it's not necessarily a good thing, but I got to be really smart because I thought so much, and every compliment I give myself, I justify it and explain how everyone can do that. So now we got to the conclusion that I'll give myself a compliment, and then I'll explain that everyone could do that, but then end it with
That's good, though.
But I'm still smart.
It's stronger. Yeah, that's great. So you're acknowledging your gifts, and you're also elevating other people and sharing the gifts in them, and then also re-acknowledging yourself.
We are at the barbershop, and we're talking about aesthetics and how important they are for us. It's important to give yourself time, etc. Put it on your plan, in your priority list. We're going to videotape Nick getting a haircut. Yeah. Check out all these products. Oh, you look so cute like this. All these products. People put so much time and effort. People put so much time and effort into hair products and into being pretty. Mm-hmm. And
Lots of them.
Yeah.
What kind of product do you have in your hair?
My hair. Okay. Perfect.
I'm up.
This is the first time that you called and that you actually get to...
Yeah.
It's not just giving yourself compliments, though. It's also just how you talk to yourself. If I make a mistake, or I miss a note on the guitar, or I say the wrong thing, or I say something that I didn't mean to say, or I trip. What voice do I use? Sometimes the voices that we use to ourselves are so critical and nasty, and you tell ourselves we're stupid, God forbid, or right. And we talk to ourselves in a way that we would never talk to someone else. I would never, meet a kid, or if a kid was sad about something, and be don't be sad, toughen up, you're a man, I'd never, but sometimes to myself, I could, God forbid, let a voice like that get away with being really mean to myself. So I don't let that voice have the microphone much anymore.
How do you do that?
Well, I actually have a story with my inner voice. One time, this was probably about 4 years ago, I was sitting alone and thinking, and all of a sudden some nasty voice came parading between my ears, saying you're not good enough, or you're gonna mess up, or I really don't remember the detail, but just berating me, I'm not a good teacher, I don't even remember what I was saying, but I was berating myself. And
I found that in this guy's car.
Oh, nice.
I've never seen a white one. I worked all day yesterday. I was walking around like this. Isn't that fun?
That's awesome.
So I only work with the sunglasses. I don't even.
So anyway, this voice was going nuts inside my head.
Yeah.
And I had this awesome moment of stopping, like grace or whatever you call it, like whoa, freeze frame. And then I zoomed out of that voice, and I like had this other voice that was looking at the mean voice, and I was saying like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you saying? Like, you don't. That's not a voice that you'd use. Like." And the second voice said like, "You would never say that out loud," you know. So and the voices had like a challenge.
You would never say what out loud?
The mean words, these disparaging words. If you're gonna fail, or you messed up, or I don't know, like you're not good enough. You're not good at something that you're actually good at. So I made a challenge to my inner voice. I said, listen, to the mean voice, I said, if what you're saying is true, then I want to hear you like out loud. I'm gonna give you my mouth. and see if you could speak it out loud. And the truth is, like, my mouth knows better than to put out a curse. I thank God, I have shmirat, I guard, I'm careful, I'm conscious of what goes out of my mouth to some degree, you know?
Yeah.
And
you never say that to someone else.
I've never said it to someone else. So I said,
someone else has big thighs.
Right.
Never do that.
Or that they need to toughen up and stop feeling upset about something. And so I said to the inner voice, I said, I'm going to let you have my mouth for a second. Let's see if you can say that out loud. And the thought went to my mouth, and my mouth wouldn't let it out. And what ended up happening is, what I did end up speaking was a blessing. I said to my inner voice, I said, listen, please, like, support me, use your best words on me. We're bound. We're gonna be working together for my whole life. My inner voice and me. We have to be best friends. So I spoke instead of what was gonna be a curse, saying you're not good enough, blah blah blah. What came out was this bracha, a blessing of like, please, inner voice, like, support me, encourage me, uplift me, be my friend. And now, whenever a nasty voice comes in my head, I sort of just think about my mouth. I'm like, really? You think you're true? Like, you think you would be spoken? And it just like, the voice like blushes, it's just like, gets quiet.
I should try that.
Yeah.
So this is a fine place to park?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it seems cool.
We'll make you with this. It's really warm. This is the story of my journey, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of my journey in my videos, because I really believe that, when I was a little kid, I was always, on the side, and there was another girl that all the kids used to make fun of, and I would sit inside because I wasn't secure enough to help her or anything, but I promised myself that with the power of my thought and in my brain, and I'll figure out someday that I'm gonna become a princess, and I'm gonna have a throne, and I'm gonna help all those people. I'm gonna help all those insecure people and bring them into the circle. And I even noticed in myself today that when we're a group of people and there's someone standing a little bit on the side, my body language, I kind of like step aside a little bit to bring that other person in. And looking back, I'm really becoming the way I wanted to shape myself. So we're going to be talking about shaping ourselves, shaping the way we want to see ourselves, our ideal self.
Ready?
So we need to be aware of the subconscious level, and it very much applies to whether or not we exercise. So what do we do with this? The best thing to do is to just do it. Again, ritualize it, not analyze it too much. Just go ahead and exercise. 3-4 times a week is good for you. Just do it. And again, it's the 5-minute takeoff. The subconscious mind will try and tell you, don't do it, you don't have time. There are other things, you'll do it tomorrow. Next week you'll start the regime. The subconscious mind is very smart in its attempt and will do anything that it can almost to create this congruency. And when you go out and exercise and you show yourself, yes, I am worthy of happiness, very often the subconscious mind will follow suit.
Ready? Whoa! Hello. Good morning. So this workout is basically supposed to work on all my body. And I compiled it partially from an old friend. And well, I'm saying that because most people say don't talk about your ex. But I really appreciate him and value him because he got me into this, and it's really good against osteoporosis and all these stuff that women get later and men too. So the idea is really to go over all of your body and use every muscle. I'm going to try and show how this works. I'm going to do 10 or 12 rotation reps of each one. But I kind of like gathering more different parts along the way. So this one, it's really important to go down as much as possible. So it really gets your butt. I even designed the personality that I want to be. I thought so much about it. And realized that if you're very friendly, people feel more comfortable. More social, brings people's reaction to you to be social back. And slowly but gradually I kind of figured out my way to, I really pushed myself to be more open. I knew that it's important, and I knew that I'm too afraid to do it. So one foot kicked the other foot to try these, little small things, and slowly but gradually I kind of became an extrovert.
Try to keep it open to the umbrella. That's where the light comes from.
It's my art. It's where I do my makeup.
So just do it. The second thing is recognize, this is on the cognitive level, recognize how important physical exercise is. Remember what Marty Seligman said, we mostly focus on neck up, and we do it as psychologists, we do it as students in an academic institution.
It's my art. It's where I do my makeup. The next one is different part of your head. Over straight. This one actually called deadlift. I know that one. You can go around and lift. Focus on the muscles. Look, think like from that side. And the next one is for the arms. Just to the side. And it's very important to keep your back straight the whole time. And your knees a little bit bent. And I was told the first time to do like aerobic and try to make everything really fast. So it's going to be also aerobic and also lifting. But I actually injured my spine from that. Lifting is supposed to be done really slowly. That's really how you make your muscle very strong. You give the muscle time to actually carry the weight. So it's kind of like a relaxed workout. At a certain point I won't be able to talk so much because I started. So if you kind of like hold your hands in the middle of the bar, and you pull to the sides. The same bar, but I go up.
So much is about thinking and cognition. That's how you got here. That's how you were successful. But it's no less important to think about neck down. In fact, the mind alone can only take us so far when it comes to happiness. Which is why I told you, if I were a therapist, a prerequisite for me to treat people would be to have them exercise regularly. Because I don't want to fight nature. I want to work with nature and build on it.
But this is the story of my journey, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of my journey in my videos because I really believe that. Yay! That away?
Yep, you go down.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.